What? By the law. I taught you here that the law, the Old Testament in itself, is a shadow. And I've taught you that a shadow is not the perfect display of what is to come. It is just a prophetic window. We see that there's a difference between a shadow and a mirror. A mirror shows you the perfect example, that which you see. That's why Jesus is the perfect mirror of God the Father. Paul would say, in whom dwell the fullness of God bodily. So you want to find God, it's in Jesus. That's when the disciples asked Jesus, that show us the Father. He said, you have seen me now. Where you won't go again? You've seen me. The thing is that most people cannot just believe that it's God that they are touching like that. If Jesus was to come in here and he says, I'm God, like he said, okay, I'll get out and sit down somewhere. Apostle Joshua Selman said something some time ago, I think 4 years or so ago. He said, some men came, they followed a young man. They followed a young man, and the man actually believed that he's Jesus Christ. And he came to meet Apostle Joshua Selman that he is their John the Baptist. When I heard that story, I said some people have actually been drunk with wine. A higher level of wine. How high would you have gotten to that you would believe I am Jesus? Now imagine praying in the Holy Ghost. You are drunk. I'm Jesus. We will lay hands on you and get you delivered. Sharp. Thank you, Richard. You got it. The truth is that Jesus, God in man, was standing before them, but they could not believe. Because the expectation was that they would see a man glowing with lights, riding upon chariots with blazing fire. They heard that he was going to have the entourage of angels coming with him. So if you come and tell me that he is God, oh God, you that will pinch now, you will faint. Mortal man. See the wisdom of God shrouded in a mystery in Jesus, being unveiled to us. No wonder the devil could not grasp such wisdom in such simplicity. I said that the battleground is not power. God cannot be doing power battle with Satan. So the only thing that God left him with was his intellect, was his, I don't want to say his wisdom, was his foolishness. That was the only thing that Satan was left with as he was thrown down. So Satan has a long period of time of an intelligence that none of the angels actually had. The Bible recorded that he was the custodian of light. So even the mysteries of God that was shrouded in the third heavens, Satan was a guardian. Inasmuch as he was also infused with musical instruments, he was also such a custodian of knowledge. So I'm not so surprised that a third of the heavens was actually deceived. So we see clearly that the devil was thrown down, and he said that one of the ways that we use and get to you is that I will make you think that I am everywhere. Because the devil is not omnipresent. The devil is not all powerful. Some of you blame the devil unjustly. So what he does is that he will put situations in front of every one of you who have decided to receive Jesus. Not even the unbeliever. Because the unbeliever is not a threat to the enemy. So you accepting Jesus is an entrance into a battleground called the battle of spirits. Welcome to immortal combat. Because that's what it is. It's immortal combat. So we see that he will now put systems in place. So you will not be the architect of your own downfall. And you will not think, the devil was there and I knew not. That's why the scripture will say, let no man say that he was tempted of God. You were led by your own lusts. You like everything you see, you pursue him. You found yourself in a situation, you lied. Pride, lust of the eyes, pride of life. All of these vices, they are there. They are there. Satan just puts them there. You put your leg inside. So the only way to be able to win against the wiles, and like I taught on Thursday in PSF, the wiles there means methodia. The Greek word methodia means the methods. Methods. The only way to be able to go above his level of intellect, because he has over 6,000 years of studying man, even the very ones who call themselves men of God. He has studied them very well. So he knows what to put in place for the ones who know how to shababa for 6 hours. He knows that after you have shababa for 6 hours, he will now come well. Even Jesus, after he had done 40 days and 40 nights. The 40 days and 40 nights is never to help God. Your prayer and fasting does not help God. Though. It helps you. Hope you know. Is you. What it also does is that it does an invitation. Because it's now like, it's not in scripture, but it's now like a portal being more open. You are now more able to interact well with the realm of the spirit. Your organs of interaction in the realm of the spirit becomes heightened, whereby you are more quicker to sense things because of depravity of some certain things that are fleshly. Because fasting is not only food depravity, it's also those things that gratify your flesh, those things that give you succor, those things that make you see time and it runs fast. When they call fasting, time becomes slow. But the day you graduate from seeing fasting as a punishment, you've matured to an extent. Listen, God is expecting, the major expectation of God for every one of you is actually to grow. When you grow, they can give you the car key to go and learn how to drive. When you grow, certain things can be handed over to you. Many things and many generations, many people have not been handed over to you because we cannot trust your third leg and the way you used to do anyhow. We cannot trust that your mouth yet.